Got him again. Oh, look at them all. Look at them all. Oh, look at the size of them. Look at that one right there, Mike.
I see him. Oh, man.
15-pounder.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Much better now.
Good to see you.
Now that we can go fishing.
That's right.
Much better. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Today, I am back in beautiful Citrus County, Florida. I'm in Crystal River. I'm at the plantation in Crystal River, and I'm getting to fish with my really good friend, Captain Brandon Branch. Hey gang, today I am back at, one of my very favorite places, the plantation on Crystal River here in Citrus County, Florida, with the man himself, Captain Brandon Branch. I mean, we got a beautiful morning.
Absolutely. Perfect weather. Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to get up to 75 degrees today. The water temp's somewhere between 65 and it'll probably be at 68 by the end of the day, which usually this time of year, that water temperature is going to make for some great fishing.
I'm looking forward to it. So what do you think we ought to?
We're going to start off catching some groupers probably, and if that doesn't pan out like I think it's going to be really good, but we'll see. We brought some lighter rods. The big mangroves and the nice sheepshead have been chewing, so that's always an option, but we'll just go out here and see what it looks like.
Whenever he's excited, I'm excited. So we'll see what the good Lord gives us. I can't wait to get out there and get it done. The one thing I would want to tell people about shallow water grouper fishing here in Citrus County, especially right here off of Crystal River, is it's a lot of work. It's not like bottom fishing where you're just dropping baits to the bottom, you're just standing there and just having to reel down. Casting these big plugs with the heavy, bull bay tarpon rods, it's a lot of work. But the bite, the strike is so incredible that it's like worth every minute of it. Like you're just plain exhausted. You're cranking this big plug, reeling with the tide, just getting her. And then the explosion, when that grouper hits, when they come off the bottom and pound that thing, it's unbelievable. You feel it all the way through your chest, through your shoulders. It's electric, it's unbelievable. And you get the fish in and you're all excited, you get a picture, whatever, you release it, and you're like, let's do that again. I mean, it's just that fantastic. And that's what makes this place so special. I get the question all the time, Crystal River, you're there a lot. Citrus County, you're there a lot. I'm here a lot because it never disappoints. This estuary, the water quality is good. The grass flats are just plush. I mean, it's just an incredible, there's a bait everywhere. There's mullet in the backcountry. This estuary looks like an estuary should look. They're not having the water quality issues that a lot of other places in Florida are having, and it shows in the fishery. I thought it was really interesting, when we first pulled up to this one particular piece, pretty much our first stop, and I knew we were going to be throwing some of those 10-foot diving nomad plugs, and it never even dawned on me to troll it in that shallow water. I've done a lot of trolling in other places, even in my home waters on Tampa Bay. Trolling for grouper is something I've done for years, but it's always in deeper water, fishing ledges in 28 to 30 foot of water. I just never even put two and two together thinking this shallow water estuary trolling. But, Brandon had a plan to kind of see where those fish were sitting, and man, it didn't, instantly just fish on, just like that. It was crazy. There he is. He's on already.
Ready.
Yep.
Didn't even make it to the spot right there.
Nope. He thumped it.
Got him again. Got a double, baby. So we just set up here. I was just going to troll to see which part of the ledge they're on, and
apparently they're on
instant.
They're on that part that we just trolled over for sure.
Oh, we didn't even get there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he come off. Got him again. Oh, look at them all. Look at them all. Oh, look at the size of them. Look at that one right there, Mike.
I see him. Oh man.
15-pounder.
Wow.
Did you see him following it? Oh my God.
I don't know if it gets any better than that level of excitement right there.
So what I did there is we put those trolling lures in the water. This is a long spot. It's like 150 foot long or so. So it made the pass over it, and we didn't even make it to the furthest tip of it. So that shows me that with this current, those fish are going to be on that far end, so we can set our trolling motor up and then start fishing them that way. That's kind of what we're doing, and really nice.
It's a neat way to figure out where they're sitting on it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. First 2 fish, double header. Can't ask for much more than that.
Crystal clear water and a good bite. I knew it was coming.
Every time.
Every time. So weird, you know? Grouper, first pass, Brandon Branch. It's like it goes together. It's weird. You know, I just don't remember in all my years of grouper fishing, I don't remember ever having a trip like that where we caught 40 or 50 grouper before noon and had 15 or 20 fish that were either a little over 30 inches or pushing 30 inches. I mean, it's just incredible. And to do it in a variety of ways. You know, we caught fish trolling, we caught fish casting plugs, we caught fish casting swim baits, we caught fish on live pinfish. I mean, everything we threw at these fish, they just ate it, which tells you how many fish are on some of these pieces. And there's areas in the state of Florida where the grouper habitat is going away and the fisheries are suffering. Here, where the grouper habitat is incredible, the fish are thriving. And it's easy to see when you can spend a morning with a guy like Captain Brandon Branch and, you know, hang out at the plantation on Crystal River and just go have a morning like that. It just never gets old for me. It's absolutely incredible. Oh, that's a fish.
That's a fish.
That's a big fish too.
Oh yeah. That's what we're hunting right there.
Yeah. Yeah, we got double again.
Oh, I got a big and pulling drag.
Yeah, mine was taking a little drag too.
There's so many different ways that you can catch these things, whether it be casting, live bait, trolling. You might have one of those old 15, 16. Oh yeah, giving that tarpon rod a run for its money.
Bull Bay Bend, put the Bull Bay Bend on her, baby.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's
yes,
a good one.
Sir.
That's a good one. Yes, sir. Good fish. Oh yeah, look at that thing.
This doesn't get any better.
It's so sick,
my God.
bro. You know, it's interesting about this fishing community here. It doesn't take long here when you start to hear whispers of certain guys doing certain things on the water. Word travels pretty quick. Crystal River's not that big a place, and I just kept hearing all these whispers about catching grouper with Brandon Branch. You got to go with Captain Brandon. You got to check this guy out. And well, I'll tell you what, he has been nothing but money. Absolute money when it comes to these grouper. He's got them dialed in. He knows how to catch them, when to catch them, where to catch them. It's absolutely incredible.
There he is. What a vicious strike.
They're crazy, dude. It's so crazy. Get out of there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a nice fish. Dude, they absolutely brought.
They hammer it.
There is nothing like it.
Oh, big and right there, giant. Yeah, oh, on the surface.
Woo! What is that pig?
I watched him eat right behind the motor. An absolute stud. That is what I'm talking about right there.
That's unbelievable, bro. You know, I think what's really great about this job, if you can call it a job that I have, it's the opportunity to fish with these guys who are, they're freaky good. A guy like Brandon is so talented. He's been fishing this estuary for so long. And the way he attacks the structure, trying to figure out where they're at on the structure in the tide, is something that, watching these guys work just doesn't get old to me. There's a science to it.
That right there is what you come here for.
You're like the grouper whisperer. Seriously, bro. That's unbelievable. They're so healthy here too.
Oh,
dude.
Absolutely.
They really are. They're just in
really
great
nice
shape.
fish. One of the best grouper fisheries, you can find.
I've never seen anything like it. People think you can just, there's a rock pile. We just go out there, we fish the rock pile, and we'll catch them. It's really not how it works. Knowing how to set up on the rock with the tide, with the wind, all those things. It's just stuff that, it's the stuff that separates Captain Brandon Branch from the rest of his counterparts here, He's just better at that than the rest of them, and it shows. I've fished for grouper in a lot of places, and this place is unbelievable.
It really is.
And the action, the violent strike
Yeah.
is incredible. Like they just...
I literally watch that one hit it right at the motors, and even seeing them come up and eat it, you're not expecting how hard he's actually going to hit it.
They pummel it, dude.
Absolutely
They
awesome.
just pummel it. That is killer. I'm okay to do that again.
Yeah, let's get these back in and do that again.
Yeah, let's do that again. Woo! This type of fishing it's pretty strenuous because you're making a long cast with a fairly large lure with heavy tackle. I mean, we're using 80-pound fluorocarbon, 65-pound vicious braid, tarpon rods. You're trying to throw this thing as far as you can because you want to crank speed. You want that reaction strike. And the good news is, you make a perfect cast, you're coming across the rock, you're digging, you're working to get that thing going as fast as you can. And when that grouper hits you, it's like nothing else. It's like coming to a complete stop right now. It's just like, I've never ever experienced a bite like it. And it's one of those that you definitely need to come do and experience it because it will give you a newfound respect for shallow water grouper fishing, I promise you.
They're just waiting for it. Here he comes. Every time.
Oh, there he is, too. We got a double again.
Oh my God.
Right on the piece, apparently.
What really amazes me, I get this question a lot, is how many fish can stay on one spot? And I've seen spots with 400 or 500 grouper on a spot. And it's not just 1 or 2 spots. I mean, there's so many areas out here that are just loaded.
And what are the keys? What do you think the key is to a spot being healthy enough to hold this amount of fish? Is it just bait? Is it just the bottom? Does everything have to be perfect altogether?
It doesn't have to be perfect, but I think the fish are on a lot of the spots. I think it has to do with the water color, the water temperature, the colors of baits you're using makes a big difference. Like as you can see today, we have this, it's like a greenish, we call it grouper green. If you find this color water, you can't see the bottom, but it's not dirt.
Right.
If you find that, you're gonna find the fish. I mean, they're there just one after another.
They're sure here, ain't no doubt about that. We've been to like 3 different spots and there's been a pile of fish on every spot, Brandon. I just don't get it. So in today's Real Animals tackle box, Captain Brandon and I are using I call these the bull bait tarpon rods because that's what they've always been to me, is my tarpon rods, which we'll get to the fact that we're grouper fishing with tarpon rods here in a second. But this is our Brute Force series. It's 7 foot 11 inches. It's a 30 to 50 pound model, extra heavy, extra fast tip on it. So the tip is still pretty sensitive, which I do like for tarpon as well, because you need that sensitive tip. Penn Battle DX3 6000 on the reel, 65-pound vicious braid in blue. I absolutely love the vicious. We're using an 80-pound vicious fluorocarbon leader. Great stuff. And I got Captain Brandon here because this Nomad, this is your world.
Yeah, I use them all.
Shallow diving plug. Let's talk about that plug a little bit and what makes it work so well.
So this is a Nomad DTX 145. It dives anywhere from 8 feet all the way down to 15, depending on how fast you're cranking. Today we were using the olive colored, which worked really well. But this morning we had switched it up a little bit. Once we saw what the watercolor was and got that color, the wobble, it's a really tight wobble. So I don't know what about the grouper that gives it that really tight action wobble. A lot of lures track like this. This one's really straight, deep. If you wanted to get deeper, you can. And I mean, the grouper just go crazy over it.
They punish it. Now, let's talk real quick about color. So you go with this color because of the color you saw,
Yep.
the color of the water. What would give you, and we had a greenish, a little green to the water. What color would you go if we had some rain and it was maybe a little darker? Would you brighten it up?
Absolutely. The pink, they make a chartreuse back that works really, really well.
Okay.
But I really keep it simple with 4 colors, 2 naturals, and then I do the pink or in the chartreuse. And once you figure out which one they're biting, basically all day you can stay with it. And when that water gets a little muddy, those brighter colors works. But when it's clear and a little dingy but not bad, this color is my go-to. I mean, it just hammers them.
My shoulders hurt so bad because of this bait.
That thing was brand new this morning too, by the way.
Yeah, they do some damage to them.
They smoked it.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. This is all the gear you need to do exactly what Brandon and I did today. Get yourself hooked up and get out there and catch some fish.
Oh my God. That is what you want to hear right there. That thing freaking pulled 2 feet of drag.
He hit that thing like I owed it money. Seriously, bro. You
insane.
live here?
Insane.
You get to do this all the time?
All the time. Oh yeah.
What you got, buddy?
Hey, good.
A good one. Look at this thing, dude. Look at this toad.
You're throwing a lure. I'm throwing live bait.
And it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Twin studs.
They want it all.
If you ask me about grouper, I'm going to tell you these 2 important things. 1, Crystal River, Citrus County, Florida, incredible. And Captain Brandon Branch. That's all you need to know, and you're good. You catch all the gag grouper you want.
I mean, just a hot quality
Dude,
fish.
but it's
We've caught a lot of mixed in small ones, but I mean, the number of
a lot of places I've been grouper fishing, and I've been in a lot in the 17 years of shooting this show. You catch a couple good gags every time.
Yeah.
A couple.
Yeah.
Not like this.
I mean, it's just incredible.
It's unbelievable, bro.
I mean, we're
One after another. And we just caught a small one.
yeah,
And you turn around and then the next one's a stud.
2 studs.
2 studs, right. It's just ridiculous. You are the man, brother. Dialed in to this fishery like nobody else. Nice work. Incredible.
It's almost like you can't get enough of it. You just
No,
gotta do it
it's
again and
yeah, it's
again and
addictive.
again.
I don't even know.
Eventually, though, you're gonna give up because your arms are tired.
If I lived here, my wife would be mad at me because I'd never be home. Never be home. You know, this is a really neat destination. The plantation on Crystal River is just set up just perfectly, you know, with the manatee viewing right here in Crystal Bay. The estuary, again, year-round fishing opportunities, boating opportunities for families who, you know, maybe fishing's not your thing. You just want to come here just to relax in all that, you know, they call this is all part of the Nature Coast. And you don't get a moniker like the Nature Coast just by mistake. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Miles and miles and miles of beautiful, untouched estuary that you just don't find in very many places anymore, especially not as productive as this estuary is. It's always a great Reel Animals adventure when I can spend a night at the plantation on Crystal River, get a great night's sleep, wake up in the morning. When your captain has the kind of energy and passion that Captain Brandon Branch has, even a slow day turns out to be awesome because every bite just lights this guy up. So I'm telling you right now, this is an incredible place. He's an incredible captain. You got to come and do this. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. It's epic, and I can't wait to get back here and do it again.